Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily tarot forecast. We are going to pull 3 cards for each sign and just see what comes up for each of those. And this is going to be for June the 26th. We are going to go ahead and start with Aries first, just like normal. La, da, da, da. Okay, so Aries, what do we have coming up for the 26th? We have Joy, or the 3 of Vessels, yay. Knight of Vessels, the eel. And we have the World showing up in reverse. Excuse me. Okay, so Aries, it looks to me like on the 26th, you have some kind of situation that's coming up with friends where you are trying to creatively solve some kind of problem, possibly even to bring some kind of pampering into your friend's life. And why is this happening? Well, this is happening because you're realizing that there's something going on that is close to what you consider to be ideal, but just isn't quite there. It's just a little bit off. Okay? So that's Aries. Taurus, you guys are up next, and this is going to be Taurus for June 26th. Okay, so Taurus, June 26th, you have the 2 of Arrows showing up. You have the 8 of Vessels showing up. And you have the Balance card showing up in reverse. All right, so Taurus, what's going on here? Taurus, on the 26th, I do believe that you are making a decision about walking away from a situation or a relationship that has left you feeling depleted. You're deciding that you're walking away from something that's making you feel depleted. And why is this? Well, we've got balance in reverse because that situation or relationship was not a balanced one. That's why it made you feel depleted. Southern Blonde, happy Thursday to you, my friend. Glad you're here. Laura Marassa, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Glad to have you here as well. How are you ladies doing today? Gemini is up next. This is going to be Gemini for the 26th of June. Thank you for the thumbs ups, by the way. I appreciate those. Gemini. 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 La da 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 da. Glad to hear that you are good. I am fantastic, thank you. Glad you are too, Southern. All right, so Geminis, what you guys have is the 6 of Vessels. Whoop, whoop. King of Arrows, or the Kingfisher. And my Wren in reverse. Okay, Geminis. Geminis. There's some kind of reunion or coming back together that you... If these cards came up like this, I would say you had been really focused on making it happen, but they didn't. They came up like this. I think this reunion or these people coming together, I think it totally takes you by surprise, Gemini. Totally takes you by surprise. You may even be a part of this reunion, but it still takes you by surprise. It's unexpected. Unexpected. And why is it happening? Isn't that interesting? Oh my gosh, I know what's happening. You guys are studying one of the secrets of the universe, Geminis. Your curiosity is leading you down that trail. You have to find out if it's really for real or not. Or if you already know that secrets of the universe are real, you may be just checking out a new one. So what are secrets of the universe? For those of you who don't watch me, I'll just gloss over really quickly. That's the things that control our world that we can't see and that we aren't taught about in 4th grade. So I think Geminis, a lot of yous are studying or finding out about or meeting somebody who's a medium because of your curiosity. And I think you're going to be greatly surprised when that medium brings through somebody that has crossed over and you get to hear from them or have a conversation with them. That's what I think, Geminis. Woot woot. That's pretty cool and exciting. Angela Lukes is in the room. Hello, hello. I am fantastic. Thank you, Miss Angela. Glad you're making progress. Thank you, thank you. I've decided to dress up my tank top look a little bit. I need to get some plaid button-ups instead of a plain white one. Alrighty, let's move on. Let's go away from hillbilly fashion tidbits into reading for Cancers. This is going to be Cancer for June the 26th. Well, you know, we've got all these eclipses, and so the veil is thinner, Lori. We've got one more eclipse coming up July the 5th if you're in the U.S. I think it's the 4th if you're in Europe. I'm not sure. Might be the 5th there. La, da, 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 la, da, da, da. A longer than usual eclipse season, 3 eclipses instead of 2. Okay, Cancers, what do you have? What do you have? Ace of Stones in reverse for you, Cancer. 5 of Stones in reverse for you, Cancer. 8 of Stones, right side up. You guys are stoners today. Look at those Cancers. They're stoning it up. All right, what do you guys have going on here? Interesting. There's a couple of ways that I can read this. So I'm going to give you both storylines because I think some of you are having one situation and some of you are having another, Cancers. Ace of Stones and 5 of Stones, both of those in reverse, is telling me that there had been some kind of separation going on that really had turned your world upside down, and that well, you know what? I'm not sure if the separation turned your world upside down or if you getting back together with the person you were separated from turned your world upside down. Tell you the truth, Cancer. You guys would have to tell me on that one. I think some of you it's one way, some of you it's the other. Why is this happening? Because you've decided that you want to work it out with somebody. Let's work it out, baby. That's what you're doing. Okay, so now here's the other translation here that's coming up for different ones of you. Some of you might get both, but usually it's going to be one or the other. So for some of you, you've been out of work for a while, and that has sort of turned your life on its head. And you're going back to work, and now that is sort of turning your life back on its head. You kind of got used to not being at work. Why is this happening? Well, obviously because you're going back to work. All right, so that's my 2 interpretations for Cancer. Some of you, both of those will be happening. Some of you, just one or the other. And it is a general reading, so not everything I see will happen to every single Cancer who watches this video. La, da, da, da. La, da, da, da. Alrighty, next up, Leo. Let's see what comes up for Leo for the 26th of June. La, da, 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 da. La, da, 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 da. La, da, 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 da. Leos. Oh, well, that's really interesting. Leos, you guys got the Ace of Stones. You also got the Five of Stones, both right side up, and the Eight of Stones in reverse. So, what's happening for you, Leos? Same three cards as Cancer got, but every single one of them is exactly the opposite direction as Cancer had. So, obviously, this is going to be a different message. And yes, I did shuffle. Y'all saw me shuffle. Okay, Leos. Ace of Stones with the Five of Stones. I really think that what's going on here is you guys are setting some kind of new foundation, some kind of new routine, something that is actually working for you and becoming secure and stable for you. And the whole idea that you're waiting for something to happen. In this case, I think you're waiting to go to work, and you'll see why when I talk about that last card. But I think in waiting to go to work, all this time that you've been at home, I think you're setting up something stable, some other kind of foundation. And why is that happening? Because you're not working. You're not going back to work. I think because you're not going back to work, you're figuring out a way to make money without leaving home. That's what I think. That's how you're setting up some kind of stable foundation. Okay? You miss work. You hope to go back to work. But meanwhile, life doesn't stop. The bills don't stop. You're doing something else on the side. Getting that sideline business up and roaring. Roaring like a Leo lion. Okay, Virgos. You guys are up next. This is Virgo for the 26th of June. La da da da. La da 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 da. La da da da. La da da da. La da da da. La da da da. Virgo. Okay, so Virgos, you guys have the Seven of Arrows showing up. The Ten of Stones. As well as the Heron. Okay, so Virgos, what do we have going on with you guys? You have some real insecurities that are showing up around your home or your family life. Why is that? This is because either your father or your significant other, yes, or somebody that you look up to, probably a male in your family, is doing something totally and completely different. And since they're doing something totally and completely different, you're feeling insecure about that. All right, so that's for Virgos. From New Jersey. Maybe the Marisa you knew was related to Lori. Lori, do you know any Marisics from New Jersey? From New Jersey? Well, it's a different name. Never mind. Never mind. Excuse me for the loud drinking. I know this microphone picks up everything. My apologies. Thank you also for all the thumbs ups on this videos and for sharing this video with other people that will benefit from it. Thank you very much for that. Next up is Libra for the 26th of June. Libra, Libra, Libra. Fairness, justice, Libra. Why do you have cards popping out? Why do you have a bonus card? Ugh. That's our theme card. That's what I'm being told. So here's theme, Libra. Two of bows in reverse. You're confused about something. You're trying to make a decision about which way to move forward. Not sure which way to go. The tip off with this card here is that whichever way you decide is a good way. Can't make a bad choice here. All the choices are good. So that's your theme, Libra. Theme for the day. Let's see what else is going on. You've got Seven of Bows, the Swan, and Ancestor in reverse. That's why. All right, Libras. My heart goes out to you. You guys have some real insecurity here, and whenever it shows up, it's putting you in a point where you are more defensive than you've been before. You are making sure that whatever way you made yourself vulnerable before, you don't make yourself vulnerable in that same way, or at least not to that extent again. Which is why you're not getting married. So if there's anybody cross-watching, thinking about proposing to a Libra on the 26th, probably not the best day to do it. Just saying. Now, this doesn't have to be about marriage, though, okay? This can be about a long-term commitment. But there is some type of long-term commitment or contract that you're considering. And as you're considering it, you're feeling pretty shaky about it. You're feeling really insecure about it. And you want to do whatever you can to protect yourself, to make sure that you're not getting into this contract that really just does a big old mess-up job on you. Okay, so I think you are turning away from a contract because you're feeling really shaky about it. And with this being the theme, like whatever you choose, you have a good choice, but you're having a hard time making a choice. With this being the theme for the day, I think you're spending a lot of time really considering. I think whatever this contract is, whether it's a marriage or whether it's some type of work contract or whatever this contract is, I think it's really tempting to you. But you're not feeling like there's enough safeguards written into that contract or into that agreement. You need more safeguards there. If this is about marriage, maybe you need a strong prenup. If it's not about marriage, if this is about employment, maybe you need something like a base pay plus the commission that they're already offering you. There's something here that you feel like you need to make this contract or agreement stronger before you feel like you can move forward with it. And if they're not going to come up with it, I don't see you jumping into the ring. But I do see you spending a lot of time thinking about this sometime between now and the end of the 26th. I'm not sure that anybody's going to be jumping into any kind of contract based on what I saw right there as far as you Libras. You'll be thinking about it, negotiating, not sure where that's going to go if you negotiate. All right, up next we have Scorpios. This is going to be Scorpio for the 26th of June. Scorpios and fellow Scorpios. Here we go. What do we have going on? I'm not thrilled about any of these cards right now, Scorpios. Let's see what comes up for the message, though. Six of Stones in reverse. That's good. It's better than right side up. Five of Vessels right side up. Not so thrilled about that one. And the Knight of Bows, the Fox. I'm not sure what I think of this Fox guy yet. Let's see what happens here. Something's going on, Scorpios, where either we're paying off and we're pretending to be happy about it when we're really not happy about it, or we are bringing some type of exploitation to a halt and we're pretending that we're happy to be bringing it to a halt when actually we're not. Now, that makes us seem like kind of messed up people, doesn't it? So basically what we're looking at here, if this is exploitation of a person, maybe if we bring that exploitation to a halt, then we know that we're not going to see them that much more, and we would like to see them more. So that's why we're not so happy about it. Paying something off and pretending we're happy about it when we're not really. Maybe we know it's a good idea to pay something off, but maybe we're actually like telling a credit card company, you know what, how about we close that account? And while we're happy to actually have that debt out from on top of our head, at the same time, inside, mentally, we're kind of going, okay, what do we do if we have an emergency? I don't have this credit card I can rely on. I've got to have other resources now. And so we're pretending we're happy. Either way, we're doing something that is logically the best thing for us to do. Our heart may just not be completely on board with our brains. Why is this happening? This is happening because there's somebody who we've interacted with who is very smart, very outgoing, optimistic, cheerful, who has motivated us to either end this exploitation or pay this thing off, whichever the case may be. So there's been another person who's really motivated us to move forward with this good, logical, sound decision. Your taxes. Are you a Scorpio, Lori? Paying the taxes and pretending we're happy about it. Just glad to not have it hanging over our heads anymore, huh? Oh, very cool. Another Scorpio in the house. All right, next up we have Sagittarius. This is Sagittarius for the 26th of June. Sagittarius, you got two majors. You got the Seer first right off the bat. And then you have the Wanderer coming up second. And your third card, last but not least, my empowerment card showing up in reverse. Sagittarius, what do we have here? Oh, this is interesting. Sagittarius, you're paying extra special attention to your intuition right now, and you've been considering, or you will be by the end of the 26th of this month, considering whether you want to continue on with something that you started basically as a leap of faith, not knowing where it would take you. I think you're going to be considering, this is about using your intuition. You're going to be considering whether you want to continue practicing using your intuition or not. And you're going to decide that you do want to continue. Why are you deciding this? Well, because you're not that good at it yet. That's also why you're thinking about, do I want to keep on working at this? Because, you know, we don't like to do things we're not good at. The humiliation kind of is a bummer. All right, but practice makes perfect. Keep on practicing, and then you won't feel like you're not good at it. You'll start to get good at it. That's how that works. So this is basically about you making a decision to keep on practicing with your intuitive abilities or your metaphysical whatever, with your secrets of the universe type of thing, so that you can move forward and become really good at it. Good for you, Sagittarius. I'm expecting some competition to start showing up on YouTube pretty soon. Sagittarius. Mentally going through my list of clients who are Sagittarius right now. All right, Capricorns, Capricorns, Capricorns. You guys are up next. This is going to be Capricorns for June the 26th. La da da da. La da da da. La da 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 da. Capricorn. Okay, Capricorns. Fulfillment in reverse. The adder in reverse. And the two of bows right side up. Okay, guys, what do we have going on here, Capricorns? Okay. With the adder in reverse, there has been somebody who has been stepping their toes over into your territory, making decisions that you should be making and just assuming that those would be accepted flat off, even though it was not their place to make those decisions. That doesn't feel very fulfilling, Capricorns. That's why you've got this unfulfilled card here. This is fulfillment, but it's in reverse. What's happening whenever we have this card come up in reverse, though, is that this person has stepped on your toes one too many times. And they have kind of put you at your peak of irritation. And now you're saying something to them and making sure that they don't step their feet into your territory again, whether that's literal or whether that's about decision making. Either way, doesn't matter. No more trespassing, you say. Not into your territory. And this is going to be the last time that they do it. This is going to be pretty final. You probably even have other people backing you up as you let this person know that that is not acceptable anymore. Why is this happening? Well, it's happening because you have a choice. It's happening because you have the choice of keeping the peace or of telling this person that they need to step off the curb. It's happening because you're empowered. Okay, so that's for Capricorn. Good card. Glad you're taking control back of your life. Sherry, Sherry, Sherry. Were you really literally listening to next week's reading? That's funny. That's funny. All right, up next, let's take a peek at Aquarius. This is going to be Aquarius for June the 26th. La, da, 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 la, da, da, da. Alrighty, Aquarius. Six of Foes. Followed by the Mirror in reverse. Followed by the Green Woman right side up. Okay, Aquarius. What's going on with you guys? This is cool, actually. So, Aquarius, you know what you bring to the table, and you're looking for where you can plug in your strengths and be appreciated for them. Now, this can apply in one of two ways, or I've seen it apply in a couple of ways. And I think that for some of you, in the area of jobs or career, and for others of you, this will be in the area of love life. So if this is love life, this just means you know what you bring to the table whenever it comes to love life. You know exactly what type of person you are, what are your strong points, what are your attributes, also what are your weaknesses. You know that. Okay, if this has to do with career, this is saying, you know what, I know what my skills are, I know what I'm good at, I know what I bring to the table. You have an abundance. Okay, I think you guys have an abundance of opportunities, whether it's love life or whether it's career, however it's playing out in your particular scenario. You have an abundance to choose from. And why is this? Aquarius, you have the green woman. I really feel like this has been you. Like you have actually been preparing yourself or putting yourself in a position to be able to have an abundance of opportunities. You've been preparing yourself. You've been learning the things you need to learn. You've been putting your financial situation in the way it needs to be. You've been working on yourself, working on your weaknesses and working on deactivating those triggers. So you've been working on you, encouraging and empowering yourself and lifting yourself up through your own awareness, which has put you in this position where as you're looking at your strengths and your attributes, you're seeing that there's an abundance of choice out there for you, abundance of opportunity out there for you. Good for you, Aquarius. Doing the work pays off, man. That's what I say. All right. Let's look next at Pisces. This is going to be Pisces for the 26th of June. We already had this happen one time in this reading today. So Pisces, you have the same cards as Aquarius. Two of them have switched places. And they're not all the same direction either. So obviously a completely different message. Anyway, let's take a peek, Pisces. You've got the Six of Bows in reverse. And you have the Mirror in reverse. Actually, yeah, all of them switch directions. And you have the Green Mama. She's not the Green Mama. She's the Green Woman in reverse. She is the mama of all mamas out of the tarot deck, though. Calling her, I like that. It flows off nice. Okay, so Pisces, what do you have going on here? Six of Bows in reverse plus the Mirror. This tells me that you're not feeling very abundant or like you have everything that you need to have to do the things that you want to do right now. And that has motivated you to start looking at, what are my strengths? What do I have to offer the world? And where can I plug those strengths in that people will appreciate it? I think in this case, this has to do straight up with work, much more so than relationships. And why is it happening? Well, is this Pisces or someone else? This is basically happening because somebody else has stuck their nose into your business and tried to run your life for you, and it's not working out so well. Okay? So since somebody else stuck their nose in their business and tried to run your life for you, now you're realizing, well, that's not working out so well. I don't feel like I've got enough to do all the things I need to do. How's that supposed to be helpful? So now you're looking at, okay, What can I do to bring my abundance in? And there's also this sense of, I'm going to do whatever I need to do, regardless of what this other person, or people, I guess, thinks about what I should or shouldn't be doing. Okay, so that's Pisces. I hope you have a lovely day as well, Sherry. Okay, so thank you all for spending some of your precious time here with me today. I do appreciate it. Once again, thanks for the thumbs ups and thanks for sharing this video. I'm looking forward to doing private readings for some of you here later on today. And then I will see the rest of you on the next video. Peace out.